storyteller, poet, but also an educational consultant. And the big thing that I've developed in the last 40 years is called Taught for Writing. Taught for Writing is a system really that schools use from the various early days all the way through, and it's based around a very simple notion that you can't write sentences unless you can say them, and you can't say them unless you've heard them. So the children build up a bank of stories and non-fiction texts, and they learn them orally, so that they can tell stories fluently, they can argue, discuss, instruct, explain, and they have this bank of language inside of them, which they then use to create their own versions of the different stories and texts that they're learning. And the initial stage of imitation, when they get to know a story really, really well, that is then developed through the innovation, where they start manipulating it, changing it, altering the setting maybe, changing the characters, adding in extra events. And those two things, imitation and innovation, allow them to then invent, to be creative, because you can't create out of nothing. The reason it's spreading is because it works, and there's nothing quite like being a teacher in a class and finding something that is simple, very straightforward to do. Children adore it, boys absolutely love it. Because traditionally, boys in many countries have struggled with things like reading and writing, in many instances of that. But because we start with an oral text, it's lively, it's upfront, and we learn the text in a multi-sensory way. So if we take storytelling, they map it. So you'll see children with huge story maps. We sometimes do them on wallpaper. So a massive roll of wallpaper. So it starts with drawing it, learning it orally, and we put actions to it. Children love doing this. It's lively, it's upfront. I've yet to meet a child that couldn't do it. We draw our story, a story map, we put actions to it, we move to it, and we keep repeating it again and again till we know it really, really well. So everybody has a story. Whole classes tell stories, groups, individuals, pairs. They have the story inside of them. So everybody has succeeded right from the very beginning. Nobody's going to fail. It's a very simple idea, and it works enormously well. Teachers love that because you see the children getting success, you see the progress in the books, it raises the quality of the writing, which traditionally has been something that many schools have struggled with. So one little boy said to me, "I love doing Taught for Writing." He said, "It's like magic because the words are already there."